I'm Malcolm Street from Caravan World, and I'm here at the beautiful Ngambia Lakes for the MSA Caravan of the Year event. I'm standing in front of a Snowy River SRC21 van, one of the contenders. It was formerly their 19-foot model, but they've rebadged it as the SRC21 to reflect the external length of 6.4 metres. It's built in a slightly different style to the conventional, and myself, along with my fellow judges, Caroline, John and Tim, are going to give this van a good look and tell you what we think about it.
Snowy River bought their SRC21. It's the rebadged 19-footer, just to reflect the outside length, which is more relevant. 62,990 plus on-road cost, depending where you are. How does that stack up, Caroline?
It's actually pretty hard to beat. The package all starts with these guys with the warranty and customer care. They're very hot on it. They got 5-year structural, 2-year manufacturing warranty. They're very keen though to make sure customers looked after, but the look of it is good. It looks good, it's sleek. When you get inside it feels roomy, it's functional. It's actually beyond functional. It's got big appliances, big windows, sleek finish, nice touches. Things that I noticed, sliding washing machine lid. It's priced aggressively. They're trying to get a good share of the market. So I think when you consider everything that's on offer, it's really hard to beat.
I thought it towed really well too. 2,377 tear weight, that's pretty reasonable for a van that size. And it just sat behind the car perfectly, really.
I thought the payload was over 600 kilos, which is good in two ways. Either you can carry a lot of stuff, or if you choose not to carry a lot of stuff, you've got a relatively lightweight van for towing.
Yeah, we towed it with a bit of a peculiar one for us, X350 from Mercedes, so a short-lived ute, which is sort of half Nissan, half Mercedes. Looks good, but yeah, no interior storage, which is a bit of a pain, but yeah, I thought it felt great as well.
It's a couple's blacktop tourer, but it's gazetted for every road in Australia. So, as far as its intended use, what do you think?
What they call a semi-off-road rating, which covers an awful lot of Australia, which I suspect most people won't go much further than that when they want to travel. So yeah, I thought it was a good van. It's a nice couple's van.
The build quality, it stands up really well. The composite walls, it was a bit of a groundbreaker when it was first introduced. It's lightweight, all the fittings inside are neat. They've been making them for a while, and I think they're just getting better and better as they go along.
I agree with that, John. So Longtree, who's the parent company back in China, that's a massive company. They make cars, they make vans, trailers, they make so many different bits and pieces. And Theo, the boss of the Australian branch, Snowy, he went there and he chased the right steel for the chassis. And I think it shows. It actually looks pretty well made. I think the build quality was pretty good actually.
Did you think the livability was pretty good, Caroline?
I actually thought it was so good I have to refer to notes because there's quite a few things to mention. Look, it looks sleek. It's that neutral styling. I think that's the way to go. That helps with resale, later on. You can always add your own splash of colour. Neutral bases. This one was black and grey and white and had a marble top. Dining room. There's a little trifold table, the usual setup. The seats were quite firm. Kitchen, there's a double pull-out pantry, it's a bonus. Good sized fridge, 169 litre fridge. There's plenty of space in there. The microwave is the usual problem, too high, especially for a short person, but for anyone, bring them down low, it's dangerous. The radio's above the stove, that's a bit weird, but it's common. Blinds easy to use, big windows, the layout is great. Bathroom, we all did the loo test, the elbow test. Good sized shower, livability to me, especially at that price, there's a lot on offer.
Customer care's a big deal really. 5-year structural warranty and 2 years on the manufacturing side of it. Is that good enough these days, Tim?
I think it's the least of what you'd want, but there is more to the customer care with Snowy. They're very active on social media. They don't control the narrative, but they're very quick to learn and understand and try and help customers who do vent openly in public. But yeah, 5-year structural and 2-year manufacture, I think it's good. A van that is an import, I think it does fit the bill quite well. And with them doing 40 vans a week, they do need to have a good warranty backup behind them. And they do have 40 nationwide agents, so every state of Australia and also New Zealand. So look, I think they stack up pretty well for customer care.
It's a blacktop tourer, Mal, supposedly, but has it got enough self-sufficiency to get off grid for a while?
For a while, I think will be the operative word there. It's got a 120 amp battery, 200 watts of solar panel, which is certainly good for a few nights remote stay.
Innovation, it's a bit of a difficult one for this van because it's been around for a while, but I think we've got to go back to the initial stages when it was first conceived, and staff from what was then Regent went overseas and developed this van with their ideas, you know, and they built this van from the ground up. They've invested a huge amount of money, even the machinery that they have to make their walls, you know, that was $1 million investment. They spent a lot of time doing the development. I think the van itself is innovative. Tim, the X Factor, it's a conservative van, so does it still win?
Yeah, it does actually do quite high, mainly because of what you've said, which is that the build methodology. So if you look at the size of the van and you look at the price of the van, it's not far off an equivalent Jayco or an equivalent New Age, but then it's a completely different style of build. And to invest in that build, that methodology, to get that laminating machine for the composite walls, I think does add a lot of X factor to it. I think it does quite well.